I don't know who they're going to hire, but Slot has to go. And Liverpool, I guess they won't win anything this season as well, just like Chelsea.
Oh, why in the semi-finals we're going to face Leeds in the semi-finals of the FA Cup?
But that does not mean you win the FA Cup.
You are just like you guys. We're going to have one trophy like you guys. But
We don't have one trophy.
you will have one trophy.
We are guaranteed a trophy. You don't even have anything.
No, who said we're not going to win the FA Cup? We're in the semi-finals. Hey guys, welcome to episode 21 of the Scoreboard, and it's a very, very amazing day on my side. I don't know about him, but it's been an amazing day on my side. Barcelona played, Champions League was played today. Barcelona faced Atletico Madrid in their unbeaten home, so they say, and the game ended 2-0. What was the score? So was it 2-0 in favor of who? Sorry?
You watched the game, didn't you?
I mean, I watched the game, but sometimes it's good that you should hear from the horse's mouth. So 2-0 in favor of?
In favor of your mama. So, listen, let me tell you something.
Wait, I'm waiting for the excuse first of all. Like, I know that he's going to give an excuse, but I'm waiting for the excuse. So what's your excuse?
It's very clear. That was a very, very, very unfortunate red card against Kobe.
Unfortunate red card. You took the red card when you not.
It was very unfortunate. You got a red card, and that was the reason why we lost the game 2-0. But listen, don't be afraid. It's just 2-0. We're going to come back next week.
That's what you said when you guys went 4-0 down to Atletico Madrid.
4-0 is not 2-0. And we won the next game 3-0.
And you guys won it 3-0 in your field. Now you're going to their field.
It doesn't matter. We won these guys 2-1 last week in their stadium.
They had a red card or you didn't consider it?
Well, I guess we're going to get another red card.
You didn't consider it?
Yeah, that's part of the game. So I guess it was part of this game. We lost the game. Next week, we're going to beat those guys 2-0, 3-0.
No, but seriously, though, what do you think about this highline? Do you think you can win a high?
We didn't lose today because of the highline.
But you had a red card because of the highline. Because
no, it was just because of the through ball. Everyone gets through balls all the time. We've had many red cards because a defender made an error that could possibly lead to a goal scoring opportunity. It's happened so many times, highline or not. It was just unfortunate. I think the Atletico player, he definitely tricked the referee into handing the penalty because he left his leg hanging. But hey, the referee thought it was the red card. We accepted the red card. We're going to take it. But I don't think that's the highline.
How is not the highline? Because obviously it happened because he was chasing, like Paul Kibasi was trying to chase the player who ran him behind. And he ran him behind right like from almost around the midfield before going like towards the box and everything. That's the point, you know. So we are playing the highline. It gives them the opportunity to run behind you, and then now you're chasing them. And once you're chasing them, it looks like it's a goal scoring opportunity, you know. So if it was a scenario where they're a little bit behind, for example, that would not have happened. If you guys were just a little bit behind, even without the highline, do you think you could play this game with Alex Madrid scoring, you guys?
It doesn't matter. We conceded many goals in the Champions League. The only thing that happened today was that we were one man down and we couldn't score more goals than the opponent. We didn't even score a single goal, Barcelona. Come on. You guys lost 2-0 and you also lost my ticket. I had a ticket. That was so bad. But listen, we're going to come back. I really miss Rafinha in this game because he was the guy that was going to be scoring all those Rashford missed opportunities.
Yeah.
Too many one-on-ones, Rashford. Just put it in the second bar. I can score those kind of goals. You should score those kind of goals, man. I was just disappointed.
Yeah.
Like, Atletico lost the ball in their own half. Rashford was right there. Lamine Yamal gave the pass. Just slot it in the second post. Another one-on-one against the goalkeeper in the second half. Same thing. On target. But you just give it to the goalkeeper. That was not the best performance from Rashford. And Lamine Yamal, good game. But that was not enough for us to score.
Yeah.
So we have to do our best to come back next week and put all hands on deck. 2-0 is not really that. It's not that big. It's not that crazy to achieve. If they can beat us 2-0 in our stadium, we can beat them 3-0 in their stadium. We've done that so many times to Real Madrid at the Bernabeu. We've done that to Atletico Madrid themselves. You know, we are not new to blowing teams out, so we can still do this next week, and it's going to be very, very interesting. 90 minutes at the Wanda Metropolitan.
And it's a long time.
Very, very long time for them. And they are going to regret not scoring the third goal. We were one man down, but we're still dominating the entire game. We just didn't have the chances. But next week, we back up.
Yeah, but honestly, to be fair, I think that's the truth about it. Out of all the games, Liverpool doing trash and everything, I think Barcelona is the only team that I feel like they can actually come back. I think Arsenal goes through. I think Bayern goes through. I think PSG goes through. Barcelona is the only team that realistically, it looks like it's going to be a very tough game.
It's going to be a tough game for us to win as well, because Atletico Madrid and El Cholo. Those
They
guys can just park the bus and that's it.
And their stadium is very poor. Like the ball is not going to move around freely.
Exactly.
Yeah. So
the only good is that it's a large stadium, so we can still open them up. We just have to. we just pause. we can still make things happen.
Yeah.
We can still make things happen. It's gonna be tough, but we can still make things happen. I like Barcelona because it doesn't matter if it's home or away, so long as it's inside Spain, we can make things happen. So I like our chances of coming back. I think we can make a good comeback next week.
Okay. Then the next game, which is very interesting, was Madrid versus Bayern.
Bro, I really thought Madrid could play, but they couldn't play. Madrid, they actually showed us one more time that they don't have an identity. Like they don't have a formula.
Yeah,
they were actually beaten down.
But honestly, Manuel Neuer had very, very key saves.
Oh my gosh, he had 10 saves.
Exactly. So he had key saves. So what do you think? I mean, if he didn't save some of those balls, this game would have been completely different.
It would have been definitely so much different. I think Vinicius had a couple of one-on-ones and he actually missed.
Yeah.
Same thing with Mbappe. It was just Neuer though. Neuer was the single most important factor in this matchup. And that is the reason why Real Madrid actually missed Coutinho, because he did the exact same thing against Man City. All those tremendous saves. I think he would have saved Harry Kane's goal easily. But Loney couldn't really do anything. So I think Real Madrid have to come back strong next week. They have to actually ensure that they mean business. Bayern Munich will give you 2 or 3 chances in the game. For sure. But you have to just capitalize on that. And then you have to defend well. I think Real Madrid, they didn't do bad on defense last week, but they have to come back and make sure they attack and be very, very intentional from the first minute. But it's going to be a tough task because 90 minutes at the Allianz Arena is a long, long time.
Yeah. And this another thing, I think people have been underestimating Kompany. But what do you think, like, how he came into this match, how they approached the match? He came into the Bernabeu, and from the first minute, it looked like they were playing at the Allianz Arena. It was complete all-out attack. Around the 18th minute or something, they were doing an attack on Real Madrid, and you could see the left back of Bayern Munich and the right back of Bayern Munich inside the box of Real Madrid. So he came out flying and going like an all-out attack. What do you think about like being very confident to do that? And do you think he's going to do the same thing in the Allianz Arena?
He's going to do the same thing because they have an identity. He has a philosophy. From the very second minute of the game against Real Madrid, I actually saw Bayern Munich. Every one of them were actually in Real Madrid's half, possessing the ball. Kimmich knows where he has to be. Olise knows where he has to be. Harry Kane is playing as a striker and a centre forward. He drops back. He plays the football. Same thing with Diaz. He does what he does best. They have a philosophy that they follow, and they have a way. They have a playing style that is very, very comfortable to them. And I think he's done a good job of instilling that philosophy, imprinting on all those players. I think he's done a very good job, man. Like, these guys have lost just a single game all season.
Yeah.
Just one. They've beaten Real Madrid on the road. They've beaten PSG on the road. Bro, I think that's crazy. That's really crazy. Maybe they lost to Arsenal or something.
Yeah. Just Arsenal.
That's 2 goals. So one in Champions League, one in the Bundesliga. But outside of that, these guys have been very, very prolific. And I think these guys, they have a mix of Barcelona's attacking quality, and they are also a little bit more stable when it comes to defense because they don't give up 3-4 goals like we do. Even though they play a high line, but they are very much more stable than us in the defense. That's the reason why I think those guys can actually, if they play their best, if PSG and Bayern Munich, whoever goes to the final will win the game unless they face Barcelona. Because
Barcelona gets the final.
PSG is turning up. Those guys are turning up. We're going to talk about it. But Bayern Munich, those guys outclass Real Madrid as usual. And that goes further to prove that Madrid, you need an identity. You need a striker, first of all. Because you're not going to just figure it out. I think Madrid plays like, let's go figure it out. Like, let's give the ball to Vinicius. That's what he can do.
Yeah.
Let's play like a long ball to Mbappe and see if he can score. I mean, you could look at the game, you could see Mbappe forcing things sometimes and trying to shoot the ball. I mean, but then Neuer had a very great performance. But I really think that if Madrid had a game plan, a very good game plan, they would actually like find a way to break down Bayern and score, but they didn't have that.
So do you think this is a potential blowout? Or you think it's a potential like going to the Allianz Arena and then it comes out to be like 3-0 in favor of Bayern?
No. I think Madrid will clean things up in the second round. I think next week they'll be much more careful on defense. And I think they know that they have to be very, very clinical to score goals. And Vinicius Junior and Mbappe will bring out a diving game and they'll get really because they didn't dive. None of them, they didn't dive. They didn't have the chance to. So Mbappe will definitely make sure he gets the dive. Vinicius Junior will get some more acrobatics into the game, and they can get a penalty early to score the goal. I think they're just one goal down, so they can still make it because Bayern will actually give you many opportunities to score. It's not going to be blood for sure because I'm going to be betting on Real Madrid next week. But I really think that they have to come up very, very much prepared. From the goalkeeper to the defense to the midfielders to the attackers, everyone, they have to be locked in order to actually have a chance at actually, even tying this game. So that's what I think.
Yeah, I mean, that makes sense. For sure, this very game it brings memories of UCL when UCL scored 2 goals and then Bayern Munich were knocked out of the Champions League.
Exactly. That was crazy.
Their memories. This game has so many memories. Ronaldo scoring a hat-trick, offsides and everything, So there's so much to this game. This game, we're talking about Barcelona being the only potential game, but this game can bring a lot of...
He can do something. And they have to play Jude Bellingham from the start of the game.
Exactly. This game had fireworks. I've never seen players so fit. Like, they were playing continuously,
back football.
Running.
Back-to-back football.
Jesus Christ. Like, it just shows how fit these players are.
Yeah. And Jude Bellingham, he has to play the full game because he brings a lot of physicality and energy in the midfield.
Which Bayern has.
And he can actually win those duels in the middle. And he can connect easily with Vinicius Junior and Mbappe. I think Adagula plays very well, but he can slow the game down a little bit.
Yeah, which is not what
not that physical. And which is not what Madrid really, really needs right now. So I think Bellingham has to play the full game. Valverde has to play in the middle. Tchouaméni has to play in the middle. Let Trent play at right back because you have nothing to lose.
Yeah.
You need someone who can actually give those long passes from the back.
Wonderful assist.
And you have someone like Valverde and who can play physical, who can run back and forth. You have Bellingham who is also physical, who can go back and forth, can give those passes. And the Bellingham is much more direct as in let's go score.
Yeah.
Tchouaméni, he has done a good job at CDM. So I think Madrid, they have to play Bellingham the entire game. They have to have a midfield that is impeccable. And then Vinicius Junior and Mbappe, the two forwards, they just score the goals, man. Just be clinical because I'm going to be a Madrid fan next week. I have a bet for Madrid. I'm going to be a Madrid fan next week. So I'm going to call Abelard and I'm going to tell him, hey, you know what, let's get this thing done. Let's get this thing going.
Yeah, that makes sense. And for me, the game which is completely, like, we'll talk about Arsenal, but the game which is completely out of hand for me is PSG vs Liverpool. From the lineups, everything, you cannot have... It just doesn't make sense. PSG vs Liverpool. I don't know what Ancelotti is doing. You cannot have your players fit. Isak is back, Salah, everybody, and then you start. Your front three is Florian Wirtz, Hugo Ekitike, and Jeremy Frimpong. As players, when you see that front three, what are you thinking?
That was very clear before the game. I think we said it.
Yeah.
That was very clear that you're not going to win that game.
Yeah.
Frimpong as a right winger or right attacking midfielder, that's crazy. What are you thinking? Florian Wirtz is not physical. He can't beat Nuno Mendes.
1-on-1. No.
Or Hakimi. He can't do any of those things. So what are you trying to do? He's basically just like a 4-4-1-1 or whatever he's trying to do. But that was not a very, very good formation in my opinion. Liverpool was not really prepared. And you had your best legend on the bench the whole game. And the camera was on him, Mohamed Salah. And he was just quiet. He was like, well, I'm right here. I can't do anything.
Yeah, it was just very peaceful, to be honest. Very, very peaceful. They played 3 at the back. I think they're trying to do a high press on Liverpool, on PSG, which I think it has worked before. Like Chelsea did it worked in the Club World Cup. Tottenham did it at the beginning of the season. It worked till when they were 2-0 and decided to park the bus.
Yeah.
So I think that was the idea, but I don't think they have the players for that kind of system. Van Dijk was completely lost today. Konate was completely lost today. Joe Gomez was dancing up and down. Yeah. Like, they're trying to do a high press, but they don't have that young physical squad that can really... I mean, they have a couple of young players, but they don't have that kind of athletic players that's their style of play, falling, chasing people. So I think it was just completely bad. And to be honest, looking at the second leg, I don't see much happening in favor of Liverpool. I don't see much happening in favor of Liverpool.
Yeah, I think he wanted to play like... He wanted to have 2 wing backs on attack.
Yeah.
And then when they don't have the ball, they have like 5 defenders because they had Joe Gomez, a centre back, Van Dijk, and Konate, all centre backs. And they had Kerkez and Frimpong coming back to help out on defense. But that was not the case. PSG, they could possess the ball very well. They could carve out Liverpool. They had so many chances. And PSG, the way those guys play, they play in such a way that they can actually get the ball or to the fullbacks.
Yeah.
And there's always that one midfielder who is always available to drop and receive the ball. Dembele is always there. Vitinha is always there. There's always that one person who is free. And they're always beating Liverpool's press all the time. And
when your press is Frimpong, Vert, Hugo Ekitike, that press isn't pressing.
Yeah. That's not enough pressing.
That press isn't pressing.
And that's why PSG could actually play easily from the back. But, I mean, only 2 goals conceded. Maybe they have a chance of coming back next week.
They were lucky because if Dembele was wearing his shooting boots, it would have been easily 4-0.
But that's crazy, bro.
Nuno Mendes.
Liverpool FC, 6-time Champions League winners, do not have a single shot on target.
Like that was
in 90 minutes
appalling
against a PSG team that lost to Maine. Oh my God. Arne Slot has to go at the end of the season.
Yeah, no, for sure. Yes.
If those guys don't sack Arne Slot, it's going to be the same thing next season. Because last year, they were all riding Mohamed Salah's goal and assists week in, week out.
They were just riding
Salah was scoring.
It was just club's glory.
Like December, January of 2024. Salah was the front runner for the Ballon d'Or.
Yeah.
Until they got knocked out. And then the season was over because they were so far ahead in the Premier League, they couldn't do anything. And then now, they say, hey, Slot, figure things out. Give us something.
Nothing
to offer, bro.
Absolutely nothing.
So he's got to go. I don't know who they're going to hire, but Slot has to go. And Liverpool, I guess they won't win anything this season as well, just like Chelsea.
Oh, why in the semi-finals we're going to face Leeds in the semi-finals of the FA Cup?
But that does not mean you win the FA Cup.
You are just like you guys. We're going to have one trophy like you guys. But,
We don't have one trophy.
You will have one trophy.
We are guaranteed a trophy. You don't even have anything.
No, who said we're not going to win the FA Cup? We're in the semi-finals playing against Leeds.
And then we're going to play the finals.
It depends. It depends who between Southampton versus Man City who wins. We're going to crush them in the finals.
You will not beat Man City in the finals.
Who said Man City's going to win Southampton?
I know they'll win Southampton.
Okay. I guess we're going to see.
Bro, you guys, I don't know, get started on Chelsea. We're going to get to Chelsea.
You had to call Chelsea when you guys have been more 2-0.
It's irrelevant. You guys are irrelevant.
If I just been more 2-0 in the Champions League.
You are irrelevant.
You have just been more.
You're not even in the Champions League, brother. You understand you're not in the Champions League and you will not even be in the Champions League next season.
Well, I guess you're coming and meeting us.
Oh my God, brother. Anyways, let's focus. Let's focus on PSG.
Yeah.
Liverpool, what did they ever say? You never walk alone.
They're going to walk alone this time around.
I'll walk with you next week.
Actually, told you guys to be walking back home.
I'll walk with you next week.
You will be walking back home because you guys, Liverpool and Barcelona, it's going to
I'm actually proud of myself. Because I've not been betting on Liverpool the last 4 weeks, the last 5 weeks. For some reason, I learned my lesson.
Yeah, accepted.
That Liverpool do not like me when it comes to betting.
Yeah.
So I've left them alone. And when I see them crashing and burning, I'm like, wow, I'm actually not part of this trend because that was a bad performance, man. You can't have 0 shots on target. Yeah. Like, just pass the ball to the keeper. That's a shot on target.
It just doesn't make sense.
But you have to start Mohamed Salah anyways. Next week, they have to start Mohamed Salah.
Oh, for sure.
He has to play the entire game.
You're not starting them as well, just them to leave the club at that point in time.
Exactly.
Like, what else is doing?
Yeah. Start Mohamed Salah, bench Florian Wirtz, put Szoboszlai, Gravenberch, McAllister.
I don't know about Florian Wirtz. I'm feeling maybe McAllister, Gravenberch. Jesus. You cannot bench Szoboszlai as well. So
you cannot be. Yeah, you put Szoboszlai because he's going to be physical. And then you put Gakpo, I guess.
You could probably try.
Oh,
Hugo
Ekitike and Isak.
Yeah, and then Salah.
Yes, you gotta do that. That's the only way. So you can tell Molens to give a phone call because I'm not gonna do a phone call. But that's the recipe for Liverpool to win.
Yeah, and then very interesting one. 4 weeks ago, as now we're going for the quadruple, and we're like, interesting. They're going for the quadruple. Now, fast forward it. 3 weeks after, they're out of 2 competitions. They played in the EFL Cup finals and it was complete mauling. Ryan Cherky was doing absolute flicks and tricks in the field. After that, against Southampton, Arsenal versus Southampton, 2-1. Like, they didn't have... It's not like it was that kind of game where Southampton scored a corner or a funny thing or something of that sort. They didn't play to win that game. Like, what is going on? Is it that they're trying to hope on just focusing on the Premier League or what's happening with Arsenal?
The first thing is that Arteta does not know what he's doing. He does not know what he wants. What kind of crazy formation was that? First of all, you underestimated the championship team.
Yep.
He only had 2 players in the lineup that were irregulars. Gabriel Magalhaes and one guy in front.
Yeah.
I think Martinelli.
Yeah.
That was it. The entire midfield, the other part
Max Duman, Norgard.
Just some guys, literally. And they lost the game, bro. That's the game where you actually have to start, you knock it out in the first half. And then you can do your substitutions and those guys can pack their balls like you always do.
Southampton is doing very well in the Champions League.
They are doing very well. Those guys haven't lost.
Well.
They hadn't lost a game in 5-6 games in a row. And even if you think you can win the game, you don't want to even get a tie and then go extra time and keep your players tired. Put some good guys in the game, knock it out in the first 45 minutes, get 2 up, get 2 goals, go 2 goals up,
Players
and then
rest.
rest your guys. But he had a very, very nonsense formation, and that cost him the game. But talking about quadruple, I used to be a very neutral fan.
Yeah.
But then I started hearing Arsenal fans speak. And for some reason, it's difficult to root for Arsenal.
It's difficult to, they talk too much. They be talking too much. It's difficult to
root for Arsenal. But I think they can actually win the Premier League, though.
Yeah,
if they actually get past Bournemouth this weekend, I think they have a very good shot of winning the Premier League.
Yeah, it's clear. I mean, the only thing is that it's just a little bit too late. Because if Man City was Man City of old, it would have been interesting. But right now, it's not Man City of old. Even if they lose to Burnley, even if they lose to Bournemouth, I just think Man City doesn't have enough. Like Man City, they'll probably win Arsenal when Arsenal comes to face them in Etihad. But I think
they are too far ahead.
Yeah, they'll just drop points somewhere else.
I think Arsenal will win the Premier League, but they won't win the Champions League.
Oh, for sure.
They will not. They don't have what it takes.
To be honest, anybody that comes from the side of Paris, Bayern, for example, has the highest probability, except Barcelona comes from the other side because Barcelona knows it's a final. Barcelona can win a final. For sure, it's one game. So that's the thing. I think anybody coming from the other side, Paris, Bayern.
Yeah.
Even the Arsenal.
They've been lacking the free-flowing football where you have Eze doing his thing, Saka doing his thing. It's very different right now. Those guys, they are not that creative anymore.
They suffered against Sporting. It was just luck.
It was a very lucky goal in the end. Even though you don't say luck, but that was a lucky goal, man, because it was a very, very... It was a pass on point and Havertz was just there to connect it.
And Sporting missed so many chances.
They missed so
many very good chances.
A lot of saves. He's also one of the best goalkeepers in the world.
Exactly.
That guy.
It's funny how he's not even looked in Spain. Like whenever I go to Spain,
they don't
even look at him.
Yeah, those guys, they don't mess with him.
Yeah,
they don't mess with him. They've got Unai Simon, and it's gonna be difficult for him to start over Unai Simon.
Yeah.
Plus, Juan Garcia is also great. I actually think Raya, he's a great keeper, but he has some Pickford tendencies and some Alisson tendencies where he can actually give you guys chances. But when it comes to some critical saves, he's the man.
He's very good.
Yeah, but I actually think Arsenal, if they go to the semi-finals, because everything is going to be, the second leg is going to be at home, they have a good chance of qualifying for the finals.
Yeah, no, I think that, yeah.
But that single final, away from home, where you actually have to win, it's going to be tough for them.
Yeah, it will be very, very tough. Especially if there's fees. I mean, I've won Bayern, but I just don't think that
it's not the same Bayern.
Yeah, it's not the same Bayern.
I trust Kompany way more than Arteta.
Yeah, exactly. I feel like Kompany is willing to take on the heat and do stuff and own it. Arteta is just shivering. He just sends a very bad distinction.
And you can actually feel it when you watch the game. Like when those guys don't know what to do, you can see it.
He's just sitting down there, just confused, walking, turning and asking the coach, Jovet, should we have a set piece? Should we look for a set piece? He's just he's just a very hot-headed coach. And I think it flows down to players. When your coach isn't confident enough, it just flows down to players. But, but that's about it. And obviously, guys, thank you very much. It's been very, very long road, 21 episodes so far. Thank you very much. Keep on liking, subscribing, and sharing as well.
Yes, and also, guys, there's something that I want to share with you. Something very, very important. The best color out there is blue.
You understand?
I actually witnessed that this past weekend. Blue is one of the best colors ever.
It has a certain feeling.
Yeah, but anyways, let's move.
Let's move to the week. First of all, we've spoken about this a long time, but yes, we'll start with Manchester United versus Leeds. Manchester United they're playing a season, but it feels like they're on vacation. It feels like they're on vacation.
I know, right?
Because they play one game today and they wait for six weeks and then they play the next game.
Those guys should definitely be in the Champions League. That's the good thing about Manchester United.
Yeah.
They are definitely in a very, very prime position to play Champions League football next season.
Yeah.
Because England has 5 teams. They're going to have 5 teams now. And United are third.
Yeah.
And even though they couldn't win the Premier League with all the time they had, but they are still going to make the Champions League. And Leeds, those guys are technically battling relegation.
Yeah.
So that's not going to be an easy walk in the park for Man United. They have to win this game. So what do you think? I personally think this game is going to be a draw.
I mean, United has had so much time that maybe they'll be forgetting football.
Exactly, they could be rusty.
Like
and Leeds had a game this past weekend where they eliminated West Ham from the
cup,
from
the FA Cup, and they are going over to face Chelsea. They're facing Chelsea right now.
Exactly. So I think Leeds is no easy team to just beat, and I don't think Leeds will defeat United. So I think this is gonna be a tie game for United, and I don't think they have the pressure that much because fifth position is gonna get into the Champions League.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think they'll be a little bit rusty from the international break, and Leeds they'll be much more solid. And I think that game's gonna be a tie.
Yeah, I think that's fair for me. I feel like a tie is gonna be a fair game because Monday is supposed to. I just don't like Mondays. By the way, it's a Monday game. Now. I just don't like Monday, so it looks like it's gonna be a draw game for me. And yeah, let's just wait and see how Carrick Balls looks after they've given them a whole 4 weeks to train and everything.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's it. And then over to Germany where we have a very, very big game. I mean, it's been big over the years. Dortmund versus Leverkusen. Leverkusen has been such a big team. They won the Bundesliga 2 seasons ago. Last season, still in the top 3, top 4. Now, Dortmund versus Leverkusen. I know you're very, very invested in the Bundesliga. What do you think about this game?
Bro, last weekend Leverkusen conceded 3 good goals from Wolfsburg, and they almost lost the game.
Yeah,
but they actually came back and won 6-3. Bundesliga is kind of like MLS. Too many goals.
Just too many goals.
Too many goals. How can you have 9 goals, bro? It's like someone who's betting will take over 5.5 goals,
and then
it's just gonna be so easy.
You're relaxing.
And then these other guys, Mönchengladbach, will have 3-3 against Heidenheim. It's 6 goals. It's easy, man. It's just Overwatch.
Then it's funny that when you go and bet on a game, like you go on a match slate where there are like 6 games, and then you go and choose one game. That game is a game that's gonna end 1-0.
Exactly.
That game is a game that's gonna
yeah. Painful. So. But this game, I love Dortmund so much. I think Dortmund is gonna win this game because I saw them actually beat Stuttgart last week 2-0. So Dortmund now knows how to keep clean sheets and they know how to play big teams. That's the thing with Dortmund.
Yeah.
Dortmund will actually lose against Union Berlin or they'll tie against St. Pauli. When it comes to the big boys, they would actually play very well. And the Bundesliga is still not, they're only like 6 points behind Bayern, so they'll try their best to finish strong, even though they are very, very comfortable in the second position. But Leverkusen, they concede so many goals, I cannot trust them in this game. So I really love Dortmund to get the win here because I like the chemistry, I love their recent record, I love the form, and I like the home record. And I also think they can actually score like at least 2 goals against Leverkusen and they can get the win. If you're someone who likes to bet on corners, I actually see that Dortmund to have the most corners is like 1.8 odds. So that's actually very good if you love corners.
And at home.
At home again, for that matter.
That makes sense.
So that's a very, very juicy one to take. Dortmund most corners is 1.8 odds. So I might just take the Dortmund corners, honestly speaking. I'm going to take Dortmund corners in the long shot parlay. But I love Dortmund to win this game. But I'm definitely going to watch it. So it's a very, very interesting game. Even though Leverkusen, they don't have that attacking excitement anymore. No body face, no words, no frimpong. It's different.
Adley, all of them are all gone.
All gone. So yeah, man. Benjamin said, of course, in Leipzig.
Yeah.
But yeah, man. I think Dortmund is gonna get a victory here. Even though you see one thing with these teams that they don't have anything to lose because they're very much comfortable where they are, but they're so much far away from the top that they're not gonna. They don't have the hope.
Yeah.
Teams like Atletico Madrid, Villarreal, who are like in the top 4 in La Liga, and they also have teams like Dortmund or Man City.
Yeah.
is the tricky spot to be in because
Exactly.
your second you can't finish first, but you're far away from finishing fifth.
So
it's very tough.
Technically, you have nothing to really play for.
Exactly. But I'm still going to go with Dortmund to have most corners here just because it's a lot of juice for something that is just, you don't have to lay a large number to get to.
Yeah, I think that sounds good. I mean, Dortmund, I've just, since 2 seasons ago when I think it was last season when I played Dortmund versus Lille and Dortmund disappointed me, I've really taken my hands out of playing, like betting on Dortmund in general. But yeah, the Bundesliga, if I want to do anything, it'll probably just be goals or maybe the corners.
Yeah,
I might do a deep dive or but that's about it. But yeah, over to England and then our disappointing brothers, Liverpool. Liverpool versus Fulham. Last time Liverpool faced Fulham, can you remember the Harry Reid goal? The goal he scored. I think Liverpool scored around the 90th minute and then 90 plus 6. Reid scored a stunner. This game is always very interesting.
For some reason, it's always entertaining.
And never straightforward. But Liverpool versus Fulham, what do you think happens to Liverpool versus Fulham?
I think this game ends in a 2-2 draw.
Looks like you're feeling draws this time around.
I'm feeling draws this time around, because Liverpool, their entire eye, their entire vision, their entire mind is going to be against PSG. Everything they have, their entire soul.
Do you think they believe, after Van Dijk's speech, do you think they even believe that they can beat PSG?
I think they have to believe, because if you don't believe, you're not Liverpool. That means you're walking alone.
I think Ancelotti has instilled that disbelief.
He's imprinted a disbelief in this guy. But it's actually crazy. The way Liverpool plays, you don't really feel it. But I think at Anfield, it's a different environment. But I remember PSG playing at Anfield last season. And they were so fearless. And they won the game in regular time because they needed to win the game. Yeah. That's the thing we're talking about when it comes to second legs, where teams that have to win those stuff, they can do it. I think Liverpool can win 1-0 and they might come short. So I'm looking at this specific game this weekend and I think they can finish fifth. They have enough time to finish like 4th or 5th.
Yeah.
I think they'll take it easy here and they'll rest their players after a long flight from France and they'll try to just grind this game out, get a tie, and then get ready for Tuesday against PSG at home to win that game and go forward in the Champions League.
It's so funny because this very Liverpool faced Barcelona and went 3 goals down.
Exactly.
The Barcelona team that had Messi.
Yeah.
And Salah was out when Salah was in his prime. And they had more belief in them to face Barcelona than they are going to face Liverpool, than they are going to face PSG now. They look...
That's crazy, right?
It's just funny. Like, you're going 3-0 down versus pick Messi. And then you feel like you can come back. And then you actually do something. Now you're 2-0 down versus Liverpool, versus PSG, and you have your players, all your best players, and then there's still no belief. Even the fans, Bizot is... even the fans...
Bizot has Molex given up, brother.
Yeah, so it's just completely like, I'm like, what are we doing? It just doesn't give.
The mentality is, the philosophy is, it's Arne Slot. Slot.
Yeah, he needs to go out, man. But apart from that, I just don't... It will not be strange to me if Fulham comes in here and gets a win against Liverpool, to be honest. It will not be strange. I just don't think Liverpool are mentally fine. I just don't think they're mentally fine. Maybe with Issa coming back, for example, they might have an extra dimension and everything that will change things a little bit. But mentally, I think their team they don't have the belief. Like, I doubt if they even believe in the coach.
I know.
Yeah.
It's tough. Mm. Well, that's quite unfortunate for Liverpool, but we're going to see. And with that being said, we are going to the match of the weekend. The match of the weekend is your Chelsea against Manchester City. Guys, do you know that Chelsea have not won a home Premier League game since January of 2026?
Wow.
What are we doing out here?
So we'll be keeping our stats.
What are we doing? I'm just preparing for my podcast. Cedric, Chelsea have not won a single Premier League game since, I think it's April.
A home game, by the way.
A home Premier League game in your own home. And you want to win Man City. Guys, just take Man City to win or draw and just add it to your
Last time we played Man City with no coach, we drew 1-1. Right now, we're playing Man City
Drew.
after winning 7-0. versus Portville, 7-0, 7-0. Like, we absolutely crushed the team. Our coming to finish Man City. This game, Chelsea comes back in, no Enzo Fernandez, no problem, and we're going to get the win.
I guess so.
Manchester City.
Yeah, the illusion is back.
We're technically preparing for the FA Cup finals.
The illusion is back, bro. You're now back to delusion.
We're technically preparing for the FA Cup finals just because we're going to win Leeds. They are going to win Southampton. And we're going to win the FA Cup. We're preparing for it by winning them here. We are going to be playing football by end of the year. End of the year. That's end of the year. That's after towards when the Champions League is playing. We're going to play football then.
I just got a call from Liam Rosella.
Barcelona is not going to be playing.
Nothing. You will do nothing. Bro, you will do nothing against Man City.
Well,
do you know that you will do nothing against Man City?
I guess we'll see.
No. Listen. You will do nothing against...
I guess we'll see.
Cedric. You guys, who is even the player there? Is Kopama a Chelsea player?
Didn't he score during the
It's actually crazy. Chelsea haven't really won it. Really, actually think about it. The last time you guys actually won a decent team was Villa. 4-1. And Villa lost to Wolves. They lost to Leeds.
But Villa is still in the top 5.
Bro, they became top 5 last year and they've been losing games. You haven't won a game in January. Oh, hell no. I'm going to bet against Chelsea this weekend. But that's going to be an interesting game, though. Man City, they are playing well. They're chasing the title. Another chance for Arsenal to go on top. Man City have to win this game. They've been doing well recently. They beat Arsenal in the final. I think it's going to be a good game for Man City. I think Man City wins this game because I don't trust Chelsea at all. Chelsea, they don't have any solid team to actually beat Man City in this time of the season. So I'm going to go with Man City to win the game.
Well, I guess we'll see. But yeah, I think that takes us towards the end of this and where we'll talk about who's going to finish in the top 5. Right now, we obviously have Arsenal, we have Man City, we have Man United, we have Aston Villa, we have Liverpool, and we have Chelsea. That's pretty much the 6 teams. 6 teams, but I think at this point it's probably just United, Aston Villa, Liverpool, and Chelsea fighting for that the last 3 spots. And to be honest, I think it's pretty much clear. Aston Villa has to leave. I don't know what happens, but Aston Villa has to leave. Fortunately for us, they are still in the Europa League, so maybe they'll put in more effort in there. But I think Aston Villa has to leave.
Well, Chelsea's going to finish 6th and they'll go to the Europa League. Liverpool, if they lose against PSG, they're going to have every single thing to play for the Champions League, so they're definitely going to finish at least 4th or 5th. Aston Villa, I think they have enough to at least take to that 5th spot, especially as Chelsea cannot win games at home. The last time Chelsea won a home game in the Premier League was in January, so I don't see Chelsea getting enough wins. Chelsea cannot win consistently, man. So I've got Chelsea to finish 6th and play Europa League football next season. Europa League next season, bro. I cannot wait for next season. That means from August of next year, of 2026, through May of 2027, you're going to be in the Europa League, bro. We're talking about big leagues, Champions League football, league phase, this and that. You're going to be in the Europa League.
You know, the funniest thing, he's talking about Champions League big leagues when we were the last team that won the Champions League amongst Chelsea.
Oh, bro. Listen, let's not go there.
Anywhere we go to, we are winning.
Let's not go there.
Went to Conference League, we won it. Went to Club World Cup, we won it. Champions League, we won it of recent. So it's just... Is that a bar you're setting for your team? Is that a bar you're setting for your team? You're talking about big league boys, but whenever there's a big competition between big people...
Is the Conference League a big competition?
No. What's Club World Cup? With Real Madrid...
The Conference League is a league for regions.
Real Madrid, Bayern Munich, PSG, we went there and we won that.
Brother, the biggest team, Real Madrid, have 15 Champions Leagues. They have never won the Europa League or the Conference League because they don't go to those kind of competitions. In order to go for the Europa League, you have to be a bad team.
What about the Club World Cup? Club World Cup that we just won.
How many Club World Cups have you guys won?
But we just won this one right now.
Oh, so you won your first Club World Cup and,
this one
and you're making noise. Please, let's go to the best bets. The bar you're setting for Chelsea is too low. I cannot believe you're calling the Conference League here. In order to play the Conference League, you have to be out of the top 5 in the league. You cannot be doing that here. Best bets, guys. This weekend, I'm going with Man City against Chelsea. Man City against Chelsea. Chelsea have not won a single Premier League game at home since January. It's like April right now.
Yeah.
Chelsea have not even won the last 5 meetings against Man City. Can you imagine that? 1 draw, 4 losses. Give me Man City to win or draw here. And then I'm going to go over to Germany. I'm going to take it. I have Leipzig against Borussia Mönchengladbach. I'm going to be betting on under 3.5 goals. Under 3.5 goals here. These two legs pay 2.31 odds. Excellent odds. And that is how I'm going to celebrate this weekend. Leipzig on Friday, Man City on Sunday at 11:30 p.m. After my league game and after my breakfast, I'm going to be sitting here to cash this bet. What about you?
I mean, I'm going to go into the very game. First of all, I'm going to Man United versus Leeds. Just Man United, they've rested enough. They're going to come in, trying to kick, trying to shoot, trying to win at Old Trafford. So I'm going for Man United over 13.5 shots. That's about 1.44 odds. Then the second game is Leipzig versus Gladbach. Same game. I'm going to go in for Leipzig shots since Jan Jumande has been in form, for example. He has been doing extremely well, shooting continuously. So Leipzig over 14.5 shots. That's about that's about 2.0. But if you're going to add another game, which I think is going to be a very great game, go City under 15.5 shots. City, I mean, they'll win. No, they wouldn't win. But Chelsea is going to control the ball, and
Chelsea will control the ball.
Chelsea is going to control the ball. I'm not saying they're going to control the ball ahead of Man City. I'm just saying that Man City will overpower Chelsea, so they're going to have less of the ball. So City under 15.5 shots. 3, that's about 2.5. So, and that's it. That's it for today.
Well, guys, let us know what your best bet is, and let us fade Chelsea this weekend. I want to see Man City beat Chelsea. Let us know what your best bets are, and we are going to see you guys next week when Barcelona defeats Atletico Madrid 3-0, and hopefully Bayern can actually win Madrid or draw 0-0.
Yeah, it's never going to happen, guys. See, we're going to welcome Barcelona back home, and then we're going to burn this jersey on live.
No way. See you guys next week. Have a good one.